Hello, this is Narayan 3-phase digital control starter model DOL DS with daily timer. The advantage of this particular timer is the motor will be turned on only with respect to a particular time. So this has a built-in clock. So if you want the motor to run exactly at this point of time every single day, so you can make use of this timer. This is called as daily timer. You can set up to 8 different times, so 8 different on and off times. So meaning, let me give an example. If you want the motor to turn on every day at 5 a.m. to 5:30, you can set that time, and again at 9 a.m. to 9:30 in the morning, you can set that. Similarly, you can set up to 8 different times in this daily timer. So this is a clock based timer. So if you are very specific about the time at which the motor should turn on, you can make use of this timer. So this is the Narayan control starter wired with daily timer and PFR. You will get this whole thing as a complete package. So let me brief you up about this starter. This Narayan DOL DS control starter is a digital starter which will offer you the overload protection against the motor, dry run protection. Whenever the motor runs dry without water, it will immediately turn off the motor. Then it offers a single phase protection, so it will be a current sensing preventer, so because of which even if the motor cables are cut or if there is any discrepancies in the incoming supply, it will just turn off the motor. Then it has the 3-phase digital ammeter which will display the current in all the 3 phases. Then it has digital voltmeter and mainly LCD display which will read out the error just in case the motor trips because of any reason. It will read out the error on the second line and also the current drawn when the motor last tripped. So with all these data, it's pretty easy to figure out what exactly the issue is, and we can work on solving the issue. So the advantage of the daily timer, as I mentioned before, is the clock based timing, and along with that you also have a voltage sensing single phase preventer which we call as model PFR. So this is a very important factor now, because this will make sure the motor will turn on only when there is 3-phase supply. So let us say we wanted the motor to turn on at 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, if the 3-phase supply is not right, this PFR will not allow the motor to turn on. Okay. Similarly, it will again continue to turn on the motor in the next set time, so if the 3-phase supply is right. So then also another important factor is when the incoming sequences get reversed. So there are chances of lineman doing some repairs and interchanging the incoming sequence. So because of which the motor will begin to run in the reverse direction. So in order to avoid that, this the voltage sensing preventer has built-in sequence detector. It will detect the sequence. If the sequence is in the opposite direction, the light here will start blinking and it will not allow the motor to run. So these are all the important factors of this particular model. So this is the whole unit, the control starter, digital control starter with the clock based daily timer and PFR for 3-phase submersible pumps. The starter which we have shown here is the BCH variety, meaning the contactor variety is Cutler hammer. So you will be offered this in 2 different varieties. One will be the BCH contactor and the second one will be the heavy duty industrial grade L&T MU series contactor. So you will get both those options. You can choose on one among those. So yeah, this is pretty much about the overview of this product. So if you can have a look at the inside of the starter, you will have the wiring neatly done. This is the indicator backside, these are the push buttons, and this is the contactor, and this is the main control unit which we call motor protection relay, MPR. So motor protection relay is the heart of the circuit which will take care of all the protections offered, and we have also made provisions to replace this MPR just in case there is any issue. And this MPR, there is a special feature about this. This will turn on only when the motor turns on. So MPR will draw its power supply from the motor cables, because of which the lifespan is quite good. And there is a switch provided on the MPR. This is the switch which we will be using to read the voltage or to read out why the motor last tripped. Okay, let us quickly have a look at how the display looks like. So in order to look at the display when the motor is off, you will have to press and hold this button. So pressing and holding will turn on the display and will read out the parameters. So let's go ahead and have a look at that. So the first line reads out the incoming voltage, which is around 430 right now, and L and H is the dry run and overload setting, and ampere on the second line. The three-phase current is displayed in the second line of the display, and this is the motor status if it is on or off. Okay, then L and H, I'll quickly brief you about this. Whenever you turn on the motor, you will have to have a look at the current drawn in all the three phases. So based on this, you will have to set L, that is the low current level, to one number below the amps drawn, and high level, which is the high cutoff for the current drawn, to two numbers above the current drawn by the motor. So let me give you an example. If it is a 5 HP motor, let us assume the motor is drawing around 10 amperes in all the three phases. So if it is drawing around 10 amperes in all the three phases, you will have to set L to 9, so one number below that. So setting L to 9, and similarly H will be set to 10 plus 2, that is 12. So, okay. Setting L and H is very simple. So in order to set the values, this setting has to be done only once initially. So in order to set the values, you will have this blue knob and the green knob inside on the ampere just below the display. Rotating the high knob towards the left hand side will decrease the value. You can have a look at the display. So if you want to set it to 20, you can like whatever number you want to set, you can just leave the knob there. So rotating it towards the right hand side will increase, and rotating it towards the left hand side will decrease the value. Okay, if you want to set L at 12, then you can place the tester over here and rotate it on the right hand side to increase the L value. Rotating it on the left will decrease the value. So you can set whatever number you want to. Okay, so and this is the first time setting. So I hope I'm clear with this. So after this setting is made, so we will now quickly have a look at the time settings, which is another important factor now. So if you want to make the time settings, so you will be powering on the daily timer. The power on switch is on the right hand side. So once you power on, the daily timer will always read out the current time. So right now the time is 4:41 p.m. so which is being displayed on the daily timer. So this is an internal clock which will keep on displaying the current time. It has a battery built in, so which will read out the this one even when this will keep it has an RTC which will internally keep on clocking. Whenever there is a power supply available, this will display the current time. Okay, so yeah, if you don't want the timer to be on, if you want to operate the starter manually, you can always switch this off and start using the starter like the regular starter. Whenever you want the time to be set, you can switch this on and make the necessary time settings. So initially you will have to clear all the previously set times. So in order to do that, right below the display you will be provided three buttons. The center button which says set, you will have to press and hold it for a time period of around 10 seconds till you read end. So what that does is it will clear out all the previously set times. As I mentioned, it will have 8 different time settings, 8 different on time and off time. So in order to clear all the previously set times, pressing and holding this set button. So I'm pressing and holding this for at least 10 seconds till I read end. So I display just read out end. So after it reads out end, I'll be taking off the button. So this means all the previously set times have been cleared. So I can now set the fresh times whatever I want to. So right now the timer is 4:43 p.m. that is 16:43. Let us set the first time to be 16:45. Okay. In order to set that time, I'll press this set button once. So it says on one. On one is whenever we want the timer to turn on. So this will again be in the 2 digits will be in hours and these 2 will be in minutes. So you want to set the time to be 16:45. Pressing and holding for the longer duration will make the time run faster. So 43 will make it 40. Okay. So after that I press this button again. It read off one. Off one meaning the whenever the time when you, so it turned on at 16. Let me brief you up again. So it's 16:44. I'll press this button on one. On one I'll set it at 16:46. Okay. So it will turn on at 16:46, and off one is when should it turn off? 16:47. Let us run the motor for 16:47. So I'm increasing the time. So 16:47 is what I want to set. So After that I'll press the set again and we'll have to wait. This is the on to, which I'll explain you later. So let's leave it blank. It will say end and the time gets saved. Okay, so right now we've made the setting. The motor will start at 1644 and it will end at 1645. Sorry, the motor will start running at 1645 and it will stop at 1646. Right, let me just, on one is set at 1646. Sorry, 1646 is the on one and off one is 1647. Right, we'll just wait for a minute. So the motor should turn on at the set time 1646. So we'll wait till it reads out end. Yep, so 1646 the motor will turn on. So right now it's 1645. So this is the one time interval which I've set. The on one and off one are the first time intervals. So like that I can set up to on 8 off 8, that is 8 different time intervals: on 1 off 1, on 2 off 2, and so on. So if you just want only one time interval to be set, you can just set only on 1 and off 1 and leave the rest blank. So the time is now 1646. The motor switched on. So the motor will continue to run till 1647. So that is the off time, off 1, which we have mentioned. So on 1 off 1 is the first interval, on 2 off 2 is the second interval, and so on. So while the motor is running, if there is any problem with the motor, that is if the motor runs dry before this time, then there is this MPR to immediately pitch in and turn off the motor. And during this time the motor is completely protected through MPR. So I hope the settings are clear. So now the motor should turn off after 1 minute, that is 1647. We'll just wait for the motor to turn off. So this has variety of applications. So it can be used for domestic applications or even for the municipality applications, because they're all time specific applications. So it is 1647 right now and the motor just switched off. Okay, so the motor ran for a minute's time. So it's 1647 and the motor turned off. Okay. So it will again turn on the next day. So tomorrow again at the same time the motor will continue to run. So likewise. So in order to set more times, you will press this button once. It says on 1, which we had previously set to 1646. Pressing the set again will read out off 1, which is the off time, 1647. Pressing the set again will say on 2, that is the second time. So if I want the motor to run at 5 o'clock, I can set that time again. Pressing this again, it will read out off 2. Likewise, you will have off 3, on 3, off 3, on 4, off 4, likewise, up to on 8 and off 8. So if you want to just not set time, you will just wait till it reads out end. Okay, so once it reads out end, so right now we've just set on 1 off 1. So on 2 off 2, if you set those 2 times will be saved. So if you want to clear out all the previously set times, again as I mentioned earlier, you will have to press and hold the set button for a long time till you read out end. Pressing and holding for a long time. So end says all the previously mentioned readings are clear. So I hope the video was informative, and just in case if you have any further queries, you can always reach us on 9972243774. I repeat, it's 9972243774. And you can also browse our website for more information about our products. Our website is www.narayanelectrics.in. Thanks for watching this video.